Welcome to our YouTube learning. Welcome to Ebenezer Tuition Center YouTube channel. Today, we shall look at citizenship and who a citizen is in particular. Now, citizenship is the state of belonging to a nation, a state of belonging to a particular country, a state of belonging to a certain society. That is citizenship. Now, the question still stands: who a citizen is. A citizen is a bona fide member of a particular nation who enjoys privileges, rights, and freedoms given to him by the particular nation to which he belongs. Meaning that a member or a person who belongs to a certain country, that country which is his country, it will give him rights, privileges, freedoms to enjoy. That a person is what we call a citizen. So a citizen is a member of a certain country who enjoys all freedoms, privileges, and rights given to him by the home country or by the country in which he belongs to. Now, there are aspects of citizenship. Basically, there are two aspects of citizenship. Number one, there's what we call legal aspect. Number two, there is what is called moral aspect. Now, what do we mean when we say legal aspect? Legal aspect, it is an aspect that makes a citizen recognizable by the country. Meaning that whether the citizen is home or abroad, he is recognized by the state. He is known by the constitution. When even he is abroad, he is protected by the home country or by the country in which he belongs to. That is legal aspect. We give an example of a citizen of Zambia, to be specific, goes to South Africa. There he is murdered or he is beaten up severely. Zambian government, it will have a responsibility to follow up the matter even when the matter happened in South Africa. Why? Because the person in question is a citizen of Zambia and the nation is duty bound to protect that citizen even when he's abroad. Now, this citizen who is recognized by the state, in return is expected also to do his duties and responsibility towards the nation. This means that when he is not doing the duties to the nation, he is required to respond or to be answerable to the law as to why he is not doing the duty. For example, as a citizen, you have got a duty to protect the nation. Now, when a citizen who is recognized by the law does not protect the nation, then he is answerable to the law as to why he is not doing his duty. The other aspect of citizenship, it is moral aspect. Now, under moral aspect of citizenship, a citizen here is not recognized by the law, but he is expected to behave morally upright according to the demands and requirements of the society. Here, a citizen is expected to live upright according to the norms, culture, beliefs, values of the society. If the society demands that every woman has to put on a change material, this citizen in this category, in this moral aspect, he is expected to comply to what the society needs or demands. Now, under moral aspect, a citizen is not questioned as to why, even if he does not comply to what the society demands. For example, a citizen or a child, to be specific, has a responsibility to take care of the parents. Now, when that child does not take care of the parents, the law will not ask him as to why he's not taking care of the parents. So those are two differences between legal aspect and the moral aspect. Legal aspect, you do not comply, you'll be answerable to the law. Moral aspect, you do not comply, you will not be answerable to the law. But the society will look down upon you as not being a good person. Now, when one is a citizen, one happens not to be a citizen. Now, he will not happen to be a citizen. In civil education, we call him an alien. In layman's language, they call them as foreigners. Now, who is an alien? An alien is a person or an individual living in a country which is not his. So, when a person is in a country which is not his, in civil education, say this person is an alien. Let's give an example. An Australian, a person from Australia, comes to stay in Zambia. That particular person is said to be an alien. Now, an alien has rights that he enjoys and other rights he does not enjoy. An alien can enjoy economical rights, can enjoy civil rights, but he is limited that he cannot enjoy political rights. Why? He is not a member of the host country. It can either be that person just came in the country for business, maybe secular work. So as long as he's not a member of the host country, he's not allowed to enjoy other rights. As I said earlier, he may not be allowed to enjoy political rights. Now, these are rights where you are allowed to take decision in national matters. Now, an alien is not allowed even to vote because he ends up voting for a criminal. He's not allowed to take decision in national matters because those matters are for the citizens to decide on. There are two types of citizenship. Number one, natural citizen. Number two, naturalized citizenship. So for one to become a citizen of a particular country, it's either through natural kind of citizenship or through naturalized kind of citizenship. Now, under natural kind of citizenship, there are two rules that regulate natural citizenship. Now, before I talk about these rules, natural citizenship, this is an aspect where one, by origin, by birth or by creation, is found to be a citizen of that particular nation. That is under natural citizenship. Now, there are two rules that regulate citizenship under this type of citizenship. Rule number one is called jus sanguinis. Jus sanguinis regulates citizenship based on blood relation. Now, what does this mean? This means that for one to become a citizen, he should have a blood relation to his parent or to his either mother or father. For instance, if a child is born, the citizenship of that newborn baby, it will determine the blood relation that it has to its parents. So let's take, for instance, a Zambian parent who has gone for a business in Zimbabwe, gives birth to a child in Zimbabwe. That new baby his or her citizenship under jus sanguinis, it will be Zambian citizenship. Why? Because it is related to the parents by blood. So now, this is where a person acquires citizenship of a certain country based on blood relation. So he will acquire the citizenship of the parents because they are parents. There is a blood connection between the child and the parents. The second rule is jus soli. Jus soli, this is where a citizenship of an individual is determined by the place of birth. It doesn't matter the relationship that a child has to the mother, but as long as that child is born in a certain place, automatically inherits or gets the citizenship of the place where he has been born from. Let's say, for example, a Zambian citizen, a woman who's expecting, who's pregnant, travels to Australia. Upon arrival there, he gives birth to a baby bouncing girl. The citizenship that child will acquire, it will be that of Australia. Why? Because she has been born in Australia. So she will not be called Zambian, but she'll be called a citizen of Australia. Why? Because according to the law of jus soli, she has been born in Australia. So under natural citizenship, these two rules regulate where a citizenship of this particular person is. So if it is under jus soli, it will be where the person has been born from. If it is under jus sanguinis, it is based on a blood relation. Now, it is very important to note that jus soli is not as old as jus sanguinis. This means that jus sanguinis, under regulation of citizenship, it is old in existence compared to jus soli. In Zambia, we are using these two rules to regulate the citizenship of a Zambian. This is where we find that in Constitution Amendment of 2016, find that it was introduced of dual citizenship, where a person, because of maybe being born outside the country, has two citizenships. That is being regulated by jus soli and jus sanguinis, not until at the age that the person is able to decide to pick up one. So in Zambia, even if you are born within Zambia, you qualify to be a citizen of Zambia. You are born outside, you qualify to be a citizen of Zambia. Why? Because you have got blood relation to your parents. So automatically it becomes a citizen of Zambia through blood relation or through the place of birth. Now, the other way a person can become a citizen of a certain country, it is through naturalized kind of citizenship. Now, what is this? Under naturalized kind of citizenship, this is where an alien or a foreigner or a person who was not originally a citizen of a certain country, because of what interest that person has developed, desires now to become a citizen of the host country. So such a person, when he becomes a citizen, he cannot become a citizen under natural citizenship, no, but under naturalized kind of citizenship. Now, for one to qualify to become a citizen of a host country, there are about 4 rules or things that can make one qualify to become a citizen of a host country. Number 1, for one to become a citizen of a host country, for example, to be specific, Zambia. Let's say a citizen of Angola wants to become a citizen of Zambia now. There are things that is expected. Number 1, rule of residence. Now, what is the rule of residence? This is a minimum number of years a citizen or a person applying or an alien is expected to live in Zambia uninterruptedly, meaning this time, from the time he comes into Zambia to that time when he qualifies, he should be within Zambia and not moving out. So rule of residence requires an alien or a person applying to live for a minimum number of years in a host country without going out. In Zambia, a person is expected to stay in Zambia for at least 10 years, not a minimum, 10 years and above, at least 10 years, for one to become a citizen, basically to qualify to become a citizen of Zambia. That is under a rule of residence. Number 2, a person is required to fill in a form what you call principle of declaration on a prescribed form. When a person wants to become a citizen under citizenship, he is required to fill in a form given to him under Ministry of Home Affairs, specifically under registration, to fill in the details, his interest in the present country or in the host country. For example, why does he want to become a Zambian? And what things has attracted his attention or him to become a Zambian? He should make mention of those. His real names, his real identity, even the place of birth, where he has come from. He is required all those to make them in written. So that is a principle of declaration on a prescribed form. Number 3, an alien requiring or desiring to acquire a citizenship of a host country is requested to renounce his previous citizenship. That is the renunciation of previous citizenship. Now, in a normal life, for a woman to get married to another man, there should be a divorce of the previous marriage. So, under citizenship, for an individual to become a citizen of a host country or a country which this person desires, should renounce, should give up the previous citizenship in order to acquire a new citizenship. A citizen or an individual who is not a minor is not allowed to have 2 citizenships at a time. No. Only one citizenship a person should have. No. A minor is a person below the age of 16 years. And anyone who is above 16 years should have only one kind of citizenship. So point number 3 is that there should be a renunciation of previous citizenship. Now, when you renounce the previous citizenship, we say expatriation. That is the renunciation of previous relationship with an intention to acquire a new citizenship of a host country. When you renounce the previous citizenship, then you'll be given a new citizenship of your choice. This means that without giving up a previous citizenship, you will not be able to acquire new citizenship. Why? It will show that you have got a hidden agenda in the host country which you want to accomplish, then you go back to your home country. There should be a proof provided that really you have given up even your previous citizenship as you intend to get or to acquire a new citizenship. Number 4, one can acquire citizenship of another country through marriage. Now, this doesn't mean that you give up a previous citizenship and go, for example, to Egypt. Say, no, I want to get a citizenship of Egypt because I want to marry here. No. Under this aspect, or under this rule, here is a couple. One is maybe a citizen of Egypt, and the other one is a citizen of Zambia. These people are married. If one partner here wants to follow the other partner, you will acquire a citizenship of that other country based on marriage. Even when expatriating the previous relationship, the previous citizenship, it will be based on marriage. I want to join the other partner. So these four ways are ones that can allow an alien to acquire citizenship of another country, of a host country, or a country of his choice. Number one, rule of residence. It will be a probability of a citizen to acquire citizenship of another country. Rule of residence. Number two, principle of declaration on a prescribed form. Number three, renunciation of previous citizenship, which we call expatriation of previous citizenship. You need to give up the previous citizenship. Lastly, through marriage, one can acquire citizenship of a host country through marriage, or because of marriage, that a person is married to another person, then this person can acquire citizenship of that country because of marriage. Thank you very much.